Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome as well. It's good to have you. And our topic for y'all today, it's traditional marketing tactics that still work. Traditional marketing tactics that still works. Now, before we get into our topic today, just a reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way to do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out the description below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding. You're looking to acquire a gym, you need funding. Yeah, you need working capital for an existing operation. We can help with funding from between $50,000 and $400,000 that is unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. And the basic qualifications for that program, it's a 680 credit score in all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the two previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for some additional information on those programs, as well as other opportunities, for financing and funding, for your business. And so with that said, let's jump into our topic here today, and it's traditional marketing tactics that still work. One of the common things that we see, and more often than not in clubs that are struggling a bit, is it's really one source. We're going to social media, and in many cases we're not even doing enough there. But we're doing the online, we're doing the digital. But there are other things that have traditionally worked, and not only do they still work, in most cases they work exceptionally well. And I want to give you 6 things to think about. And so number 1 on my list is making the phone call. There's a very much a tendency anymore to, hey, let's just text them. Let's just, let's send an email. And the reality is no one's going to buy from you just based on a text message or an email. You're going to have to communicate with them. And my suggestion is you get yourself a daily productivity report, do it in conjunction, with your CRM. We want to be collecting leads every day. You want to be making outbound calls every day. And I can tell you the best people in the industry, they will make 100 dials of the phone per day. And depending on how well organized they are, how consistent they are, they'll get a hold of 20 or 30 people every single day that they'll talk to. And then they will book 10, 11, 12 appointments every day, based on those efforts. And then they'll get, show percentages and conversion percentages. And now they're making sales, and now they're in business. Don't think that the phone calls won't work. The biggest problem I think that folks have, with the phone call is they simply call people up to see if they're interested. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to nurture people, maintain interest, maintain desire, and move them through kind of a cold to sold, continuum. And if we're doing that, and if we're being a resource center, for folks, if we're being that servant, if we're trying to solve problems, every call at some level can be a good call. But every call will not be a closing call. We're working towards all that. Okay? So make the phone calls. It works. You want to learn how to do it. If you need help with that, check the links below. Give me a call, give me an email. Be happy to chat with you about how to make that work. Number 2, this is another one that's kind of an offshoot of some technology, but what works is face-to-face meetings. Okay? It doesn't have to be a FaceTime, doesn't have to be a Zoom. Prefer that it's not. Okay, there can be cases where there's some benefit there, but take the time. If you're working in a corporate sales capacity, take the time to meet folks. I realize they're going to be busy. We want to be respectful of that, and that may be where technology can play a role. But there's nothing that's going to be shaking someone's hand or looking them square in the eye or having a conversation with them one-on-one. Don't lose touch with that face-to-face meeting, because it's still about human connection. It's still about developing that sense of community. Number 3, this one, I always find this one interesting because, so many folks will, try to debate that, this doesn't work. But direct mail. Direct mail, not only does it work, it works maybe better than ever. And the reason that it does is there's not as much of it going on. There's not as much mail in the mailbox as there once was. So because of that, it does. But one of the things that, we were having a meeting last week and kind of chuckling about it, because I think I had received 5 different pieces of direct mail, all of it from technology companies. Okay, I think there was some Meta, there was some Uber, there was some Google, several of those companies, all of them marketing what's going on with technology, because this is how you can get in touch with people and it's not near as cluttered. Okay, there's no delete button, on the mailbox. Okay, so look at direct mail. These things can work extremely well. Number 4, speaking engagements. Go out and speak. Toastmasters, speak at corporate events, have lunch and learn sessions. These things are fantastic. And it's a great way, if you can get 100 people, 50 people in an audience, even 20, that's much better than one-on-one. You can impact, a significant number of people, through speaking engagements. And the way I look at speaking engagements and these kind of things, it's like writing a blog only you gave it a vitamin B shot. It just, takes it, that much further. Okay. But it's you. Okay. Because ultimately, it's really what you sell, right? Is you. Number 5 on my list of traditional marketing tactics that still work, networking. Attend networking events. Okay. These are particularly great if you're a personal trainer, if you're membership reps. These are fantastic. But, for ownership at all levels, attend networking events. Go to a website, meetup.com. You're probably familiar with it, meetup.com, and just, punch in there, business networking events in your community. You'll see a lot of them. And find the ones that work for you. Generally speaking, I like to see events that get about 50 people that attend those, maybe 25 that are members, 25 that are guests. It gives you a nice mix. But, find the ones that work for you. Don't go on kind of networking overload. Find one that you like and stick with that one. And that's the one that you go to. If you need help on how to navigate these networking events, again, hit me up in the message box below, and happy to chat with you about how we could help you with some of that. But networking events are tremendous, because what are you doing? You're creating ambassadors out there in the community, people that know about you, and now when they talk to folks that have a need, you're the one that gets that referral. And then number 6 on my list, and I always kind of chuckle on this one when we talk about traditional. This has become traditional marketing, but email. Email marketing works extremely well. Okay, I know my company, we do a lot of email marketing, and email marketing, we're probably getting a 50% open rate. We actually have clubs that are getting a 70, 80% open rate. Those are extraordinary. If you're getting 15 to 20%, you're doing really well. But the thing you want to remember, it's the same thing on making phone calls, and on email marketing and networking. Make sure we're providing value every time. Don't just make it simply a sale. We're providing value. We are a resource center for folks. And so these are 6 things that can work. None of the, I guess direct mail might cost you a little bit, but the rest of these aren't going to cost you anything. You can start doing these immediately with what you have right now in your gym. And if you do it properly, you can start getting results. Check the channel here on making an outbound call on how to properly do some of that, and that can help tie some of this in for you. So folks, again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. To learn more about me, learn more about my company, be sure to check out the links below in the description box. And then for you folks that are looking to open a gym, you're looking to acquire a gym, you're looking for some working capital for an existing operation, we can help provide funding for between $50,000 and $400,000 in funding, unsecured, no restrictions on use. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as other options that we have available. Appreciate you all being here on the channel today, and we'll talk to you soon.